Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. They are sinful and they're cookie. The underworld is spooky. They all together rookie. The sintopia. Our hell is a museum where hummus come to see them. We really love to burn them. The sintopia. Sorry for bombing you with a low budget opening, as I don't have any sponsorship right now. So yeah, tag along with me playing Sintopia in my potato PC. Thought I would create a series me playing Sintopia, but yeah, here we are. Let's tag along. I only thought making a video on just 3 new game mechanics that I thought it would be great to tell you about that, but then I thought about let's create a playlist if I can. So at first, as you can see, like the first game mechanic that I want to is the soul dispatcher. So you can see at the last point, before going to the upper part of the world, we can get hero if the soul has the sin level below 50. So what I did is I created a condition about soul level being greater than 50. Sin level is greater than 50, then we will process them in the omniscient centers. And there is another condition that if the sin level is below 42 or equal to 42, then there is a chance for that soul to become saint. But there is a issue about saint because we can't process them or we can't get any particle from the saint souls. So that's why I created another condition after the greater than 50 condition, is that if the sin level is below 43, that means from 42 to up to 0, then I will get those souls to travel in a long way so that their sin level rises and it gets into the point of 43 to 50. So in the sweet spot is the 43 to 50 part. In this part you will get the hero, but your soul won't become a saint. Let us show you how it works, but right now I am creating a circuit, mainly moving the soul in between the centers to decrease its sin level. Here you can see the entry point to the omniscient doctors. I have created a parallel conjunction, like from one point, then the souls will be diverted equally into the separate omniscient doctors we have. Then we need to put the output, like the souls coming from the omniscient doctors towards the entry point of the soul dispatcher, because we need to check again if the soul level is not greater than 50 and not less than 43. I didn't play it with the crossing, so I didn't know like we can direct it. So that's why I redirected the entry point so that I can move the souls out from the omniscient doctors. And then I am looking for the patch where if a soul walks on, it will create purge dollars. So my plan is to move the souls that are below 43 who have a chance to become a saint in this line, so that it can move along the soul road and it can generate more sin, so that I can get the sweet spot between 43 to 50, and also create some purge dollars because those souls will walk on these soul roads. I didn't have enough space to put the omniscient doctors in there and also put the path for generating purge dollars. So I have moved those omniscient doctors and the whole pathing system on top. So what I did is that I created the fallback on the left side. Here in C you will get the sweet spot of scene value from 50 to 43, and then in B there will be the souls who have the scene value below 43, and in A we will get the souls have scene value greater than 50 that we need to process. I think this would be a standard practice from now on, to just move the souls that are in between scene value from 43 to 50 towards the teleporter to get heroes for all of the souls that you are dispatching. Here now you will see the loop that I have told you about. This is the route the souls will take that have the scene value below 43 from 42 to 0. So that have a chance to become a saint. These souls will travel through these roads, and walking on these roads will make us generate purge dollars. So uh, after this loop, then if the soul have the scene value greater than 42, then he will travel towards the main soul dispatcher that we have before the teleporter. This second dispatcher, we have the B path set to value greater than 42. That means if the value is in between 0 to 42, then the soul will keep traveling in loop in this way to create purge dollars for us. I forgot about the helped shows. That's why I'm moving those omniscient doctor to the back and creating a space on the front for putting the helped show. I think this will be a standard practice from now on, to put all of these things close to the teleporter and way back from the initial gate. If you process the source and then you have a long way to go to the teleporter, in this way, in between the time, the soul will generate more scene. That's why you won't have the control on the exact scene value that you are sending. To better control the exact scene value that you are sending to the teleporter, it will be a better practice to put all of the processing into the teleporter end, so you have a better control on the scene value of the souls. Here I have created some space for putting my processing buildings. Putting some spaces in between the paths will be better, so that you can later place some fear related ornaments in between, so that it makes the souls run faster. You can pause here and see the final configuration of the last soul dispatcher just before the teleporter. Help it show purges a small amount of scene, so I thought putting the output of the help it show towards the omniscient doctors. These are the two mechanisms that I really wanted to show you. The soul dispatcher just before the teleporter, that sending the souls that can generate hero, and the other soul dispatcher just before the loop is finishing, so that you can use those souls that have the scene value lower than 43 to travel in the purge dollar section to create purge dollars for you in a loop. It will be better to keep some space to your right and left, like parallelly, so that you can later place the same buildings horizontally to scale up, punishing the souls. In the meantime, I have created some space and started hiring some employees. The employees, I don't like the no wage perk, because it doesn't matter after you are on track creating those purge dollars. So that's why I kind of lean towards more to the work time reduction and also the experience gain. So check the total work time that the employees going to have before the break time, so that's why you can min max like what are the employees that would be better for your processing buildings. In this way, my first template is done. It will be the initial pathing that my hummus will enjoy. Here you can keep a screenshot if you like this, and is that soul dispatcher and the rules that I have set. So keep a screenshot if you want to build this in the future. I have started getting the first homo souls. It's a bit odd name for me. I think I will call them Larry. Let's keep the Larrys here for their souls to be punished. Let's go to the Larry's homes. You see some power shrines like this that have the jabs and also rock boulders. Here is the Larrys and the village of the Larrys. I love the aspect of this game, souls moving in between the two worlds. Also, the artwork of those two worlds and the vibe are really engaging. The objective for this one run is about zombies and breaking senthoods. The zombies are the souls that misses the Reaper bus. You are seeing the temple and the ruler of the Laris. Ruler has some attributes and also some advantages and disadvantages. Laris have some attribute that they get from the ruler also. And also the sins accumulation of the Laris greatly depend on their king or queen. That's the ruler. Here we can see various structures in the map. These are mainly the enemy structures. Spawns those creatures that mainly tries to kill the humus, mainly the Larits. Can't attack them with your magic abilities as they have a magical shield on their base. When they move from their base and tries to attack the village of the Laris, then you can possibly use your magical abilities to attack them. Here I am trying to see which structures have the magic shield and which structures don't. Talk about the objectives in the meantime. So the zombies are the souls that miss the Reaper bus and it gets stuck into this world, so they turns into zombies. And the other part of breaking the sainthood, some saints are being born into the village. As I have already said, you can't get any purse dollars from the saints, or the saints will have the sin value of 0. Here are some wolves that can also harm the humus. They have a lot of hit point and it is really tough to fight them with normal abilities. As we don't have much soul in the grave, so that's why I'm trying to accumulate some souls from the Larits. Those ranger units are from the ranger tower and those kind of detects the enemies or threats on their own. I love how these ladies manage their own food, materials and trading. Great to watch. Sorry for hurting you, Larry. Yeah, so you need some souls to process. So that's why you kind of at the first time you need to kill some Larry to get their souls to process. Let's finish up talking about the saints. So as their sin value is 0, you can't punish the saints to create any purse dollars, so they are kind of no use. The only way to break the sainthood is your employees to perform soft failure or critical failure onto the saints. Hopefully I will show you these things in the future. Creating a waiting booth before the helpet show and the omniscient doctors, so that when the souls will wait to go to these processing units, they won't accumulate any more sin in the soul road. Difference between the soul road and the waiting line is that in waiting line the souls won't get any more sin than that they have. I have hired the employee, but I didn't place it to the exact waiting booth spot. So later when the game was resumed again, she was falling out of the sky and was running out from her workplace. It's a great deal that the employees really don't want to work at all. You can see these soul are freaking out and really high of fear going out of the help pit show towards the omniscient doctors. This is the third mechanic that I wanted to talk about, is that the fear is generated from different structures. So the lava river in the middle, it creates fear as well. I will show you that later, but as the helpet show building was beside the lava river, so it was generating a lot of fear into the souls. You can see another one screaming and going out of the helpet show building. In the meantime, I have created a shortcut from the soul dispatcher towards the waiting line, so that the souls get less time to travel from the dispatcher part to the waiting line. And yeah, you can see the souls getting out of the helpet show, and also on top beside the river, those souls are running really fast because they are feared for the lava river. Also, fear is great to create cultists, so the believer and cultist are created if the soul has enough fear. These are the fear ornaments that I am placing, but make sure you don't place them in the employee routes, because the fear ornaments give employees bad motivation. You can see here a soul moving in the $5 section. Here the scene level of the soul is 42, so if to the teleporter, it would have a chance to become a saint. But as it is moving in this loop, it will go up the scene level of 42 and 43, and then it will move towards the teleporter, so we will get the heroes and it won't become a saint. The blue outline you saw, it represents the fear. So as the helpet show building was beside the lava river, you can see the fear affected to the people that are inside the helpet show building. And I created the shortcut from waiting line towards the omniscient doctors, so that if there is soul waiting in the line, they can just go to the omniscient doctors. See here, a bunch of people is moving really fast from the lava river, so that's the lava river giving them fear. The level of fear determines the speed of the soul on the soul road. It will be an important mechanic to keep the soul roads right beside the river, or keep the buildings beside those roads, so that we can use it to create cultists or believers, and also better fear makes them run faster. I'm trying to poke the employees, but the issue is that I didn't know whether to click on them or click and drag in between them to create those pokes. Later I found out that you just hover over the mouse over them, and then it will create the poking animation. Poking gives the employees more motivation and also reduces their break time for that break only. So this fear element is giving less motivation to the employees, so I tried to remove it from the employee road. This white one is the employee only road, so the souls cannot work on them, but the employee can use them only. There are two types of structure. For fear structures that motivates the souls but demotivates the employees, and there is the employee motivational structures that motivates the employees to better work but demotivates the souls. I put that motivational structure in between those two buildings, so we can motivate the employees working there with that. Here is a better look on how the lava river is affecting fear towards the building. So our employee working on the helper shop building is kind of demotivated because of the lava river, the fear reaching up to that building, and that's why I tried to negate it with the inspirational motivational structure that we have in the site for the employees only. That's why the souls were screaming going out of the helper shop building, because the longer they were staying there, they were getting the fear effect from the lava river, so their fear bar was literally full. For the employees to use the imp roads, you have to put the orange junctions in between the soul roads and the imp roads, so that they will use that part of the imp road from the soul road. Here you can see I have picked up the employee completely, trying to poke it to give it a better motivation. Later found out that hovering the mouse over them will create the poking animation, so I tried that. You will later see in this part I am poking those employees a lot, and also you will notice one employee walked right out of the employee road from the sole road and working on the sole road, ignoring the employee road. It's basically because of the orange part that didn't connect the employee road with the sole road, so I will later fix that up. A lot of poking is happening to reduce the break time. After gaining enough experience, the employee will show that it can upgrade, and you can choose a skill to give it towards the new upgrade. Here I think I gave it the 100 experience giving in the break time, so the other employees that it meets in the break time, it will give 100 experience each, so that's a really good upgrade. Later I have put a handful more fear objects to make the souls run faster. Then about the heroes, you can use it to research better buildings and better outputs. I first unlock Zap. Obviously, I already upgraded the capacity of the Reaper burst, so you can see I can hold 9 souls now. At first it gives you only 5. I have upgraded the number of purge coins we get from punishing the sins, and also the chance of punishing double amount of sin in the punishment buildings. Here I am seeing if the souls are of the sin level that I want, and in the loop you can see I am seeing a soul that have only 37 in the sin value, so that's really good for us to create the $5 in the way, and if the sin level is higher then it will go towards the teleporter. Then I will spend the punishment building, so here you will see another omniscient doctor that I am placing. So I am getting the souls out of the input that also runs through the other two omniscient doctors, but for the output you can see I have made a mistake. I have attached the input line in the back also, so from the back of this omniscient doctor it will go towards the line again, so I have later fixed it. As I don't like the no wage perk, there are better perks in there, so that's why I did a headhunt and got new employees to search from. It's a kind of reroll when you don't like the perks of the employees. Today I will finish the part here. Tomorrow is the February 16th, basically
From the 16th!
the last day of the Sintopia playtest. I have already recorded the part 2. We'll record the part 3 tomorrow. Do engage and like and comment if you find it interesting. I try to play in a more optimized way and also the game dev's intended way. Hope to see you in the next episode. Before I go, here is a tip. Humus attributes get affected with the king's advantages and disadvantages. I try to kill the homos before each one reaching the scene level 50. That's why they don't become the deviant of that scene.